What's up, guys? I have no audience, and that's fine. I'm more doing this for my best friend Trey in case he ever wants to rewatch this. I doubt that. He probably doesn't have time to rewatch this. Maybe I'm doing it for my own personal interests just to kind of test out the streaming and that kind of thing. What I'm going to be doing, as you can probably see, is I'm going to be playing Halo Infinite. I played through the very first mission. And thought to myself that maybe it'd be fun to record and stream this stuff. So a little bit about me. I'm a guy that's been playing Halo since the good old days, since Halo CE, back before anybody even called it Halo CE. It was just Halo. And I've been anxiously waiting to play the campaign until now. It was released on the 8th, and today is the 19th of December, 2021. And full disclosure, like I already said, I think I've already played through the very first mission, and at the end of the first mission, I thought it'd be fun to record and stream. So what I'm going to do is just hop in and play the first level again, but I'm going to just kind of narrate my own thoughts as I'm going through. I'm not super concerned with people that are expecting some of the other streaming things that are really common in the streaming world, like somebody screaming and yelling into a microphone. Maybe that makes me sound like an old boomer or whatever, but that's just not my jam. I'm just more in it for, again, maybe my own ego / interests in streaming and recording my experience with Halo. So yeah, let's just hop right in, I guess. So a little bit more about me while I'm getting this going. Like I mentioned, I've played all of the Halo games, including Halo 2 and 3, Halo CE 2, 3, ODST, Halo 4 and 5. I guess I haven't played Halo Wars or Halo Wars 2. I loved the original trilogy. They were all fantastic games. I wasn't a huge fan of 4 or 5, but before starting this playthrough, I went back and rewatched all the cutscenes. There's some great videos on YouTube that you can check out if you just do Halo 4, Halo 5 cutscenes. And you can rewatch all the cutscenes and some of the gameplay that makes it into a cohesive, basically a movie, so that you can remind yourself of what's been going on story-wise. There's also a lot of really great videos on YouTube that can give you a good story recap of stuff, which is what I did, because to be candid and frank, I wasn't really super stoked about the idea of replaying Halos 4 and 5. My biggest critiques about those two games were the story just felt muddled. 4 in particular, I felt like the story was kind of rough, and then my complaints with 5 when it first came out is that they kind of expected or anticipated that you would have read a lot of comic books and or novels between 4 and 5. So when 5 came along, I felt kind of lost. I didn't really know what had happened between the end of Halo 4 and the beginning of Halo 5. And for the longest time, I really struggled to figure out what the hell did happen between those two. But after all these many years, apparently I wasn't the only one, and a lot of people have kind of piece together the whole story for those of us that are interested in the games, and maybe even some of the novels. I've read some of the Halo novels, Fall of Reach and Ghost of Onyx and a couple of the other ones. But anyway, I don't want to have homework to be able to understand the story of my favorite games. And I've heard people say that Halo Infinite was going to be a lot better that way. But I guess we'll see. Everything that I've read and seen and everybody I've talked to has basically said that the campaign is really great, that they've kind of lived up to the same standard that they put out for multiplayer, which I've played a fair amount of. Not a ton. I'm an adult with a full-time job, so obviously I can't play as much as any of us would really like to be able to. But yeah, I'm part of the old guard, and I'm not part of the younger streaming crowd that maybe wants to scream into a mic and be crazy and bounce around and blah, blah, blah. So I don't advertise this stream in any way, shape, or form. I literally just hop on and do the stream. I'll probably upload the recording to YouTube, again, for my own future use or reference, should I feel the want or need. And I have no idea how long I'll play for. I'll probably finish the first mission, maybe start into the second. And just go from there. So here we go. And again, as I mentioned, I'm just going to kind of narrate a little bit as far as what my thoughts are. I had a lot of thoughts and observations whilst I was playing through the first mission, the first go-around. And yeah, overall, the look of the game is great. You can see that the Banished are attacking the Infinity, and I don't know how or why.
Would you humor me?
Ton of stuff. Cutscenes all look great. When I first played this through just a few minutes ago, I was having that same concern that I had with Halo 4 and 5, where I wasn't quite sure what exactly is going on. It's not really clear what is happening between the end of Halo 5 and this. But obviously the Infinity's being attacked. The Banished are kicking UNSC's ass. That's Atriox. I know a little bit about the Halo Wars franchise. I know that he's the primary antagonist, like the leader of the Banished. But how exactly the Infinity and Atriox have run into each other, I'm not really clear. That's a big Halo fan, but not like a fanatical fan.
My name is Atriox, and I am the last face you will ever
It's really good. That scene's a shot. Little sip of coffee. Because why not? Now we get into a lot of the pre-release stuff, so that from here on out, a lot of what you'll see if you watched any of the early release stuff will look really familiar. No beard on him this time, at this part. In the initial release, he still had a full beard, but I think here they're giving him not a full beard because they want it to be, they want to show the amount of time that has elapsed between this little part and the next part.
Pressure building in lines 4, 7.
This guy is presumably a survivor of the Infinity post-Banish attack. I do like this kind of stuff. The thing I was thinking about here is how they're showing that the Pelicans aren't just these functional capsules. It felt a little bit like Star Trek, where, like, you know, you get into the little subsystems and how there's things that you can manipulate and control. I imagine there being, I'd love to have like a little subplot, sub-story of some kind, whether that's in a short story form or like a novel or something like that. But I would be interested in a short story of a guy that's like a captain of a Pelican, and he's having to manage it like a shuttlecraft in Star Trek or something like that, and having to manage and deal with all the subsystems, etc. That'll never happen, but that's what that... These are the kind of random thoughts I have when I see him having to manipulate a valve to shut off a leak of some kind.
How about I miss you?
It goes into showing the complexity of the universe that they're living in. His beard's back now, so we can see that it's significant as time has passed since the beginning part of the cutscene there. His wife, presumably wife and daughter, gives him some character development. I'm really hoping that the story is engaging and not muddled and confusing. Based on my first playthrough, the first mission, I'm expecting that to be the case. It was pretty good. And again, this is all the stuff that you're probably familiar with if you watched any of the pre-release stuff.
This is UNSC Pelican Echo 216. Can you
It
hear
did
me?
make some changes. Like, you can see
This is UNS.
the grapple shot kind of curling around out in space with Master Chief out there. I don't think that that was in the very, very first original release, if I remember right. I could be wrong. Who knows? nice effect there, demonstrating how big and heavy and bulky the Chief and all the Gen 2 Spartans
The
are.
main power cells are fried.
I like those little
Power
nods
shut
of
down.
acknowledgement to
survival
the
mode.
fans, and you know,
I'm going to try to overwrite.
again, it really gives the universe a lived-in feel.
You can hear me in
and all
there.
that kind of stuff.
I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please. Don't die.
Ah, yes, the classic calibration sequence at the beginning of every single Halo.
Yes! 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 We're going home!
I can look around a little bit here. He's
Welcome
gonna
back,
flash a
Chief.
flashlight in my face.
I rerouted what
Tell me
needed
to look
power
up and
into
down and
your
left and
suit.
right and all that crap.
I'm seeing a fault on the calibration matrix. At least I think it's a calibration matrix.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay, follow the light. Look up.
Okay, I will.
Now let's
I'll
look
look
down.
down. Oh, okay.
That
Now
seems
look
fine.
right, I bet. Eh.
Let's try right.
Oh. Weep.
And now left.
Weep. Not left enough. There
Your
we go.
visor feed and motor function seem to be operational.
Oh, okay, thanks.
But it looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Try moving.
Hands are fine, thanks.
Stay calm. You've been out there a while.
Phone's going off.
I know I saw something in you to
Ooh,
check
the
the
chip.
diagnostics in your armor.
Makes you think of Cortana.
Oh, easy there, big guy. You're not.
Status report.
Status report. What? There's something you need to see, Chief.
Textures look great. Much better than the pre-release stuff. Looked very plasticky. That was one of the major complaints. I'm sure I don't have to... If you're watching this, you probably know more about Halo than I do.
Lost.
But a lot of the original
Lost
OG
everything.
Halo fans were kind of pissed off at how everything looked
There's
kind of
nothing left for us here.
plasticky and a little too alien in Halos 4 and 5.
I don't think we're here is.
And they've done a good job of addressing that in Halo 5 so far, at least in my opinion.
No, no, no. Not then!
We need to run.
Not again! We need to run!
I need a weapon.
Weapon! This is all I've got.
It's enough.
Something you probably don't realize or think about here. It's a pistol with one bullet in
What are you
it,
gonna do?
which you'll mention in a second.
Improvise. Close
Kind
the
of
door.
some dark overtones there, implying that maybe he was saving it for a final moment when he didn't want to be ripped apart, but rather end it quickly. Deep, scary thoughts. This is another cutscene that we've all seen already, probably. But I will mention something that I think has probably been beaten to death, but I'll mention anyway. I do really like this part of the cutscene at the very early parts.
Oh, the main batteries are shut down.
Because it does show how the Chief is still a human being, how he shows some compassion for his fallen comrades as he's navigating his way through all this debris and stuff. Yeah, he kind of gently
You
uses
have
this
one
soldier there,
bullet against an entire army.
which you'll see again
What
here in
can you
just a
do
little
on
bit.
your own?
I told you. It's enough.
So I see.
Changes the mag there, finds another soldier here, and of course he looks at him
Powering up his stasis
compassionately, slows down.
We can't escape.
Little stuff. These are little
You work on
storytelling
the batteries.
things that
I'll buy us some time.
obviously it's probably doesn't need to be pointed out, but it's the difference between showing and telling in storytelling, which I think is a subtle, difficult thing to do well. They have done well, so kudos 343. All right, here we go. Now I'm officially taking over.
You made it.
Again, I played this level through once already. This prompt is just telling us if we push down on the D-pad, we'll do a scan that will show us stuff, which is actually kind of helpful. Like there's a shotgun up there that you can get up
Then we
to.
shut it down.
So just
Stasis beam.
grapple
weapons.
shot. Oh, balls. Yep, of course I'm not very good at
How
that
will
yet,
you get back?
'cause
I'll figure something out.
and still suck at this. Okay, well. Not even third time's a charm yet. I'm on the fourth try now. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, I did it. I like the sidekick. It's a really good gun. For whatever reason, even though it's a really good gun, I keep on like dropping it at the first opportunity every time. And there's also a battle rifle over in that container.
Eliminate! Chief, whatever you're planning to do, do it fast!
I was wondering, as I did this playthrough again on this first level, if it's random, the drops, but apparently it's not, so that part is consistent. So now I have a BR and the Bulldog. A lot of people don't like the Bulldog. Not 100% sure why. I think it's fine. I think that there's probably a skull in here somewhere, but I don't know where the skull is. I was thinking to myself that I could just hop online and figure out where it is, but I kind of want to try my best to figure it out on my own first. Sneak up and smack this guy. Textures look really great on these guys, though. Look. I also like how they brought back the squeaky little comical voices. He says as he bashes the little guy's skull in. Because I felt like in 4 and 5 they went back to the Ungoi, or the grunts, speaking their own native language, which I'm sure there's some kind of an explanation for, like that 343 gave. Like, here's the reason why we're having them do that instead of having quirky little funny voices that speak English. But it felt like a little bit of a betrayal, if I'm honest, because that was part of the fun of playing Halo, was the quirky, comical voices that you get from the grunts. So I'm really glad that they brought that back. Environments are nice and big and look great. Lighting is nice. I turned off the HDR on my monitor because I feel like, for the stream at least, it looks kind of bad. I don't know if that's... Again, I'm not like a professional streamer or anything. For all I know, this still looks crappy by everybody else's standards as well, as far as streaming goes, but don't know, don't care. Like I said, I'm more than anything doing this for my own benefit.
I think there might be a way forward up above.
I know that there is. I love those little prompts that the developers put into games to tell you, hurry up, hurry along, let's get on with the show. Which I'm fine with not doing. I'm kind of exploring and enjoying the hard work of the devs, checking things out. We're eventually going to go up this little ramp and then into this room and then back that way. But yeah, still just kind of checking things out. It's still technically my first playthrough, but sort of my first documented playthrough. Oh, thanks for the prompt on the grapple shot, in case I didn't already know how to use that. Thank you. So grapple shot is the RB button. As you see that little yellow dot in the middle of your reticle, that means that you can use the grapple shot. Huzzah! Okay, on with the show. There's another grunt down here somewhere. At least the first time I played through, there were a couple I had the chance to bash before I actually moved along with stuff. And I've only got, here we go. And a third one, another sleeping one.
Take a look upstairs, Chief. Might be a route to the bridge up there.
Okay. All right, Pedro. I don't know if his name actually is Pedro. I know he has a name. I don't remember or know what it is. So whatever. I think that this door opens up after we get up into that control room. There's some dudes up. No grenades yet. I've never understood why. I think maybe on Legendary they'll probably let you have grenades early on. But in most of the Halo games, unless you're playing Legendary or something on the very first level, they stagger all the weapon releases, which I'm sure is kind of like for tutorial type purposes, which is fine, whatever. But I'd still like to have grenades early on without having to play Legendary. Because let's be honest, Legendary's a chore.
No! Should have paid more attention!
Oh crap.
You got surprised!
Domed. There's one more up here. Doing that classic thing where you're making gun sound effects for a gun that's already making its own sound effects. This is another funny cool thing about Halo Infinite is how you can throw plasma coils, which I suck at apparently. I think my only concern with streaming this stuff is that everybody's gonna judge how terrible I am at Halo, which that's fair. I'm not some mega pro or anything, but I do enjoy playing. VR is almost out of ammo already, so that sucks. Let's grab one of these guys. Mangler. Allons-y, mon ami. Cutscene. Yeah, this guy's inordinately strong. Some really poorly made doors. Imagine having a door in your house that you can rip off on your own, just like tugging on it. That's a crappy door. It's all scary and intimidating, but 2 shots with me whilst drinking coffee. Pathetic.
Remember his example. We do not bow our heads. We do not kneel before foes.
That hologram.
We
It's Atriox.
together,
He led the attack on the Infinity.
together,
He was looking for something.
lay down our
Don't know what yet.
to protect us.
He killed everyone.
I know. We met.
Atriox showed us the way.
The guy that does the voice for Master Chief has really come a long way, by the way. The very first, like in Halo CE, he didn't really have a lot of lines, obviously, because he's, as is most of the time the case in first-person shooters, it's usually the strong silent types that they choose for the antagonists, because, you know, they want to have the whole... they want him to have too strong of a personality so that you can kind of insert yourself into that role. But initially, like in Halo 2 and 3, he started to have more lines. You can kind of tell he wasn't like a... I think he's a radio DJ by trade. But you could kind of tell that he wasn't like a super amazing actor. And I'm not saying that he's terrible, but he's not like Meryl Streep or anything. But since then, like in 4 and 5, you can see that he's actually progressed a lot as an actor, as a voice actor, rather than just like a voice-over kind of guy, if that makes sense. So, I don't even know his name, but if the Master Chief voice guy ever hears this, which I strongly doubt, kudos to you, dude. You've done a great job of getting better and better at your craft, so well done. Won't even waste my ammo on grunts. Pathetic.
Remember his example. We do not bow our heads. We do not kneel before false idols. We stand our eyes deceive you, brother. Fight. He's a war back in this very moment. We must avert the war, Chief. If you are together, we are invincible. We are the banished.
I'm a little underwhelmed by the difficulty. I'm playing on Heroic, which isn't like Obviously, it's not legendary. Like I mentioned earlier, legendary is kind of a chore by comparison, at least in all the previous iterations of Halo. But even in work, I don't feel overly challenged. The only time I died on my initial playthrough was when I fell in a hole because I didn't make a good jump. I don't know, not that I'm saying I want to die a lot all the time. That's, I guess, the legendary thing. But it's not as challenging as maybe I would have expected, if that makes sense. Jackals have always been my least favorite enemy in Halo. Oh, okay. Well, that's what I get for complaining about it being not hard enough. Embarrassing. But yeah, jackals have always been my least favorite enemies. They're just annoying because they're not like particularly tough. They're just like bullet sponges with their stupid shields. They are still classic. I've also, one thing I do like about jackals and Infinite is it finally gives them kind of a voice. I never feel like they had much of a voice in some of the previous ones. Like they always either didn't talk at all or just spoke their own little alien language. But here they actually speak English and they have their own unique stereotypical voice, like the grunts and the elites and the brutes all do. The jackals have always been kind of neglected that way, but in Infinite they've done a good job of giving them a unique sounding voice, and they speak English and all that jazz. So yeah, jeez Louise, don't step in the fire of those plasma coils. So yeah, kudos to 343 for doing that as well. They're still my least favorite enemies. I really take special joy in killing jackals because, you know, you get the vibe that they're really not that tough, but they are. If I'm honest, they're kind of tough. Not kind of tough, but annoying. Like, they just, you have to shoot them in very tiny little specific spots, otherwise it makes them way harder to kill than it really ought to or need to be, it feels like. Like, they feel like cowards. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, jeez. That was good. Wow, yeah.
Dropships.
Thinking he was already dead.
Invasion force.
Crap.
How do we stand a chance against all this? The Banished won already. We could be the only two humans left alive out here.
Then there's still hope.
Okay. Now we finally get grenades. Yay! What else do we got? Yeah, let's get the assault rifle, because why not? This is another thing about Halo that I've noticed, that most old school Halo players, me and my buddies, have discovered that everybody always gravitates toward the human weapons, even though they're not always necessarily the really good weapons. But I'm that way too, I don't know why. But I just prefer the human weapons. They just feel better. This is the kind of thing I talk about. Like, the grunts feel like grunts. They run and cower and have funny dialogue. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. All the methane coming out. Which would be really farty smelling if it's really methane, if I'm remembering that right. Not a fan. I guess my one critique of the Bulldog that I would agree with a lot of the community is that the ammo capacity just feels really lacking. Like, I guess 21 shots from a shotgun is still a ton. It doesn't feel like a ton. I don't know. I haven't even used it, so I don't know why I'm complaining. The scan feature is one of those things that maybe I'm not using enough. But it is kind of cool. Shows you where all the stuff is. I don't know if it reveals skulls. I think it mentioned that it reveals skulls, like if you're in the right area or if you're close enough. I don't know if that's true or not. Let's throw some plasma boys. We haven't done enough of that. Give her over. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought that those were stronger than they were. Like, I thought it was a one-shot kill. Apparently not. I did that last time, too. Where I didn't take into account the arc of throwing those things. I just bashed into whatever this overhanging panel is above my head.
What you gonna do now, human?
Shoot you. Like that.
You're gonna get flushed right out.
Let's grab a sidekick. Why not? See what I mean? I'm already 30% of the way through all of my ammo for the Bulldog. I don't feel like I really used it that much. If it's intended as a power weapon type situation, I don't think it's powerful enough to justify limiting the ammo that much, but then again, I admittedly don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Like, I'm sure that there's somebody out there that has spent a lot of time and energy and effort calibrating that kind of stuff for balance reasons. And I wouldn't even know where to begin. So, again, I'm not trying to critique some smart guy out there that's been doing a lot of work. It does feel like I wish I could carry more ammo with the Bulldog than I get to. But maybe that's the whole point. I don't know. Yeah, that's satisfying. Classic two-shot on the Jackal. One in the hand, one in the head. I guess now that I think about it, they're not such a bad enemy. And they do create a fun dynamic in that if there's a bunch of them, it does make them more difficult to deal with because they are all shooting at you and you can only really deal with them in a relatively slower manner by being very precise. So if they're all grouped up like that, oh boy, I ran into that grenade instead of away from it. This, like I said, this is what I get for complaining about feeling like the difficulty wasn't high enough. Oh, too slow. I'm also not sure how I feel about these little ammo containers. It doesn't feel like, maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention, but it doesn't feel like they give me enough ammo. Like right there, it topped me off. I think I have as much ammo with these weapons as I can. But before, like when I get to the main control room, it felt like they weren't really giving me very much. Maybe it's because I was overusing it or something. I don't know. Could have sworn a few of those hit him in the head. I'm not good at Halo. spiker
Time
grenades?
for a fight!
Where's that coming from? Above.
You'll die for that!
Okay, so 4 if you don't shoot.
Morgan is
Oh, dang, I got
I have
dozed.
saved the banished! Good.
I swear I didn't die this much my first playthrough. Like I said, it's what I get for complaining. Alright, let's do this. Focus up.
Run for hunted!
That sucked. Off the edge exactly where I wanted. I would have thought the guy with a little helmet would take another single shot, but what do I know? It's this way. Let's grab a blowy Bernie. Boomy blowy? Boomy Bernie? Fusion coil. Still not really getting the hang of the arch on those, honestly. Getting high from what I heard. Seven rounds left. Got everybody? Looks like it. I'm not sure how I feel about how you swap grenades. I was thinking about this earlier. Like in the olden days, when you were going to swap, would you do so by tapping the left on the D-pad, by the way? And then if you look really, really closely, you can see that if you want to switch to plasmas, you tap up after tapping left or down. So if I had frag grenades now, it would be a different direction. But you initiate, I want to change grenades by tapping left on the D-pad and then that, which means that switching grenades is always a 2-button tap. Which at first I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But in the other ones, you'd have to just rotate through. So if you had 4 different grenade types, like in Halo 3, then you'd have to mash the swap grenades however many times, which could be 2 or 3 taps instead of just 2. So I guess in theory, it's quicker because it involves less taps once you memorize what direction you're supposed to be tapping in whatever given situation. But then I have to memorize that, and I'm lazy. And it doesn't really matter. It's really not that big a deal. It's not like that's super hypercritical to how I'm playing Halo. It's not. Banish has a real hard-on for Atriox. Got his stuff everywhere. Also not sure how I feel about these little, like, cutscenes that are
Stand victorious.
interrupting right in the middle. And then they kind of come in and out of your perspective. Like, it's not like a big problem, but it doesn't feel super Halo-y. Really minor nitpick.
Is served. Your forces occupy the ring. Within hours, it will be under our control. Humanity will cower before your legacy. They will burn.
Voice actors doing
Praise
all of the Beats voices
will be all.
gotta have lozenges on hand and in force, I'm sure. Those voice, the way that you have to do that voicing has to hurt your throat. I remember reading somewhere that like a bunch of people in the, like if there's a, I don't know if there is a voice actors guild or union or whatever, but I remember there being a group of voice actors
We
that
have a
said
new
they wanted to
problem.
have,
We? We
hazard
need to get
pay
out of
for when they
here.
have to do voices like
I'm
that, because they
working
can
on it.
actually hurt and damage their
Work
throats. They
faster.
have to do take
This
after take
Pelican's
after
nearly
take.
on board and the power's still out.
And if that is still a thing that hasn't happened and they're not getting that hazard pay for having to do those voices, I for one think that they should. Because I bet it really hurts. And if that's how you make your money, if your voice is how you make your money, but you have to fuck up your voice to be able to do your job. There's an example of when I should have been using my grenade swapping. So I could have got all of those guys if I'd switched to... Oh, crap! Not go well for Cal. Okay, we're on plasmas. Got my grapple, which I'm not utilizing enough, I don't think. I was really hoping for a twofer on one of those shots where I got both of them with one 3-round burst, but I did not. A lot of chatter from the brutes, but I'm not seeing anybody. Where the party at, bruh? Ah, short. There's a boss guy. Not much of a boss at all.
The banished are eternal!
Okay. Getting greedy. Like I said, I promised the first time I played through this level a little while ago. I only ever died when I fell in a hole. Oh, okay, he's dead. That was quick. Oh, again with my poor grenade management skills.
You can't survive! We got it all!
Let me get that twofer I was trying for earlier. Let's try that. Nope.
Smell your fear! Smell your fear!
Voice acting is one of those things that I've always thought would be a fun job to have. Okay, I think Airbud is dead. It would be really cool if I had somebody in the chat that was talking to me right now, but nothing has come through, which is fine. Not complaining, but I'm not paying attention to it at all. I was just thinking to myself. I looked over to see if maybe there's an off chance that some stranger just fell into my stream. Hasn't happened. That's cool. Am I disappointed? Maybe a little. Am I surprised? Not even a little. The other thing I always think about in these situations is that these ships, I mean, I know it's obviously like for game design and fun purposes, but these ships always seem inordinately large. Like, this is the bridge for this ship that I'm about to blow up. But why do they need 100-foot ceilings and multiple levels and layers? Like, this feels like kind of a waste of resources. And it's not just the brutes that do this either, the humans do the same thing. Again, I know it's for level design to make the gameplay itself
Okay. And you
more
can do
fun.
that?
No. New plan.
Scuttle the ship.
You are going to destroy this ship with us in it? I'm going to die here.
No, you're not. Trust
There
me,
are
I've
cooling
played this
pipes
level
running
before.
towards the main engines.
So?
I'm gonna warm things up.
Mod clamber. Something that's shin high. There's a bunch of baddies waiting for me underneath. This gun sucks balls in multiplayer, so let's see if it's any good in single player. Set as he goes. How much ammo have I got? 89%. It's hard to gauge how much that really means. Okay, cool. Sucks in single player too. for something that has a name like Ravager and it looks big and bulky and mean, anything more than a single salvo or burst just feels like it's underpowered. What do I know? Am I saying that a lot? Am I saying, but what do I know a lot? Probably. Okay, cool. Well, this is the way so this is good stuff. Yeah, Mangler's better than the Ravager. It's like a 3-shot kill pretty much no matter what. Which, that's awesome. Took me 2 grenades last time. Yeah, suck.
Did it work? Nothing seemed to happen.
I'm not done yet.
Well, hurry. I can see them. Brutes. The little things. All waiting. Don't let them get me, please.
Man, this guy needs to grow a hair. Please.
Not here. Must be in another place.
That's gonna hurt.
It's broken.
Yeah, Mangler's way better than the Ravager.
Get ready.
Okay. Fire up those engines, Chief.
Okay.
Maybe we'll survive.
I hate how the new action stuff in every game, every major AAA game, is like long press rather than I feel like they do that because they don't want people accidentally activating things prematurely, and this kind of prevents that. But I think it's annoying. I'd rather have a tap than a long press.
Something better. The Master Chief returns. We thought you dead, tossed into the void. Yet here you stand.
This guy deserves an award. Whoever's doing this guy's voice.
Savior.
Shroom, I think.
Demon. The banished. Prey. Destroy this craft if you must. It matters not. The banished will hunt you down. Pursue you wherever you run.
Who is that? Do you know him?
No.
Well, he knows you. He knows all about you. You
Everyone
need to
knows
hurry.
about me. I'm
Get back
Master
here.
Chief, bitch.
I don't know how long this ship will hold together.
Another thing about the sprint in the game just reminded me that I really feel like it's not that much faster than just regular running. Here's me regular running. Here's me sprinting. Like, other than the speedy lines, I don't feel like it's really that much faster. I think that's something that they had to do because a lot of people complained about was how sprint they were trying to be more like Call of Duty. Which I think that's true. I think they were trying to be more like Call of Duty, which I've never understood. Because I feel like Halo and Call of Duty are two very different games in my opinion, because they don't, like, I'm not trying to, like, draw a line in the sand or anything. I enjoy both. But I don't feel like Halo needed to compete with Call of Duty. Anyway, so they have to address addressed the concern that a lot of the hardcore Halo fans didn't like, that there was sprint in Halo 4 and 5, but they couldn't just run back some game features that a lot of younger kids liked. So rather than get rid of it, they just nerfed it. At least that's what it feels like. As I mentioned, I don't feel like this is that much faster than this. And if it weren't for the speed lines that they include, you couldn't tell much of any difference at all. None of these things I'm saying are particularly revolutionary or unique. Other people have said it more and more articulately than I have. But I'm restating it because I think it's true. The sprint is kind of pointless in this game. So they still have it because they have to keep it, but really, does it have any real utility? It doesn't feel like it. The other thing that's always like interested me about these races, Klingons, the elites, the same elite, is there's a guy on the PA right now that's constantly giving us
Disruption
updates.
will be enough. Victory is already ours. So, run, Spartan. We will meet on the battlefield.
Yes, we will. Dialogue's pretty good so far. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, there has to be some scientist brute out there, like some brute nerd that like is keeping track of all this stuff. Somebody else that had to like develop all the technology that they're using and or adapt it from the forerunners or the precursors. So there has to be some nerdy brute out there. I would like to meet them. Even if they're using the engineers like I'm trying to like crazy or whatever. Even if they're using the engineers and the other like races that they subjugated to do all that for them, there still has to be some guy who's not fighting Master Chief alone, who's had a console
On my way.
giving us that we're doing this for the sake of the environment, which I appreciate. But there's some brute right now who's like trying to get a console.
Integrity at 27%.
So I want to meet that guy. I want to meet Brute
What was that?
Candy Craig.
He felt
We already have a Craig.
that. Even the vanishing fleet. We are running out of time.
The batteries.
Charging slowly. I don't know. It's gonna be close.
Okay, rejected.
Too close.
Is that me dying? Nope. Those guys are going on base. Maybe that is me dying. Yep. That's not how I died last time. But this is the same area that I died in last time. Alright, let's try this again. This is supposed to be one of those like classic Halo moments where you're like rushing to get from point A to
Pelicans
point B.
surrounded.
And I think you're also supposed to be using the grapple shot.
God, they're trying to get in.
On my way.
What was that? He felt that. Even the vanishing fleet. We are running out of time.
The batteries.
Charging slowly. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Too close.
That was right.
together that long. Charge
exploding.
faster!
It's always one of the things you have to kind of relearn every Halo is the distance required for a good I feel like it changes each generation. I know these aren't quick time events, but they feel kind of quick timey where like first person perspective cutscenes. Never been a fan of them. They just, I don't know, they feel, I don't know how to elaborate that other than they just feel weird. I'd rather just have a quick fade to black, quick fade into a cutscene. Just see it like as per normal. I'm sure this is just an artistic choice. Like, I'm sure there's some director, boss in charge of this stuff that decided that a first-person perspective for this particular shot would be better. I don't overly critique them. I'm not saying it was the wrong choice, but not the choice I would have made. But then again, we are playing a first-person shooter, so maybe
Chief, you still with me?
first-person perspective is the right way to go.
Okay, give me a second. I'm coming to get you. Welcome back, Chief. Okay, let's get out of here.
That put like a huge hole in the floor. All right, first mission done. If the rest of the first player follows the trend of the first mission, then I'd say I have high hopes that the campaign will live up to the expectations that I've had for it, and that everybody seems to agree has been done well. Because the first mission was fun.
Locate UNSC Infinity.
UNSC Infinity. Class, Supercarrier. Crew size, 7,150. Not found.
Near field perimeter scan.
1,986 UNSC tags detected.
Status.
Deceased.
The latency on this onboard ship AI for the Pelican is pretty amazeballs.
The Master Chief lives? Atriox assured us of his death. Are you not angered? No. I feel
Balding beard though.
you promised us revenge.
All the brutes and myself could be part of the angry, scary Uncle Club. All the beard.
Do you question my
Should get some of those little
Atriox's vision. Atriox is
chop my ears off and file my teeth into sharp
that
blades.
we are stuck here. The banished will never bow to anyone again.
I thought that he got force choked the first time I watched this. That this Echelon guy had some kind of magical force powers that were going to be revealed and explained later. But it's not. It's that guy. Who I'm sure we'll run into more later. We're coming up on the 1 hour mark.
Will be
So that's cool. I'm hoping that the recording and the stream is looking better than it does on my OBS over here on my other monitor. It looks a little stuttery, which if it actually is stuttery and the frame rate isn't great, I don't know how to fix it.
Spark
Running
from a distance.
11th gen i9 with 32 gigs and a RTX 3070, in case anyone that eventually watches this wants to know about my rig, which I think, and I have a 1 gig up and down internet connection, so if it is stuttery, I don't know what else I can do about that. Obviously, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm sure there's something. Or I guess I don't even know if it actually is stuttery. I don't know if it just looks stuttery on my end, or if the stream itself and or the recording will look stuttery too. Don't know.
Locate message source.
Triangulation in progress. Triangulation in progress.
We're done, right, Chief? If we stay out here any longer, they're gonna come back. They'll find us, and they'll kill us. What is it you're searching for?
Match found. Signal located. Waypoint uploaded.
There's nothing there. You're looking in the wrong direction. We need to go home.
Plot the waypoint.
Requesting manual flight control override.
Do it.
Autopilot engaged.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Why would we go down there?
The Banished plan to
looks
wipe
great.
us out. All of us.
And what? You think we can stop them on our own? I told you. We
For
lost.
somebody that's so dirty, his hair is pretty well coiffed.
We need help, not heroics.
No. We do our duty. Protect humanity, whatever the cost.
I can't be the only.
Entering atmosphere. Autopilot disengaging in 5,
We have a new mission, soldier.
4,
What is it? What's down there?
3,
A weapon.
2,
A weapon?
1.
How many guns do you need? What is wrong with you? Remind me to never pick up a Spartan. This is a terrible idea. They're coming for us. All of them.
Man, this guy just needs to grow a pair of balls. Alright, this is where I left off last time. This is
Incoming.
where I
All
stopped and decided
directions.
that I wanted
It's
to
not safe.
record / stream this whole situation.
Okay.
So I'm officially in new territory. I still like elites better than brutes. They're still more fun to fight and kill. Another one of those things I can't explain, but maybe it's just me having rose-tinted glasses and feeling nostalgic when I fight elites rather than brutes. But I still prefer them. They're still more fun. Another thing I like about doing it like this, and by this I mean playing the campaign by myself, is that I feel like in other situations where I've actually
Heads up.
played through
Lots
the
of banished craft heading your way.
where I've played the campaign co-op, everybody's talking to each other and it just feels harder for me to keep track of the narrative, which maybe is part of the reason I didn't like the story of Halo 5 as much, because honestly I played those through the first time doing co-op, and my brain is such that I can't really talk and think and play all at the same time.
More reinforcements. This weapon of yours must be worth it.
It is. Guaranteed. So whenever the game pauses to give me narrative stuff, I can probably just shut up and stop whatever I'm thinking and saying, just because it's just how my brain works. Killing jackals. That spiker grenade sure did something cool. So it'll be nice that I can play through the campaign on my own first, so I can kind of absorb the narrative without having to talk to people, play, and absorb the narrative. I don't know how conducive that is to streaming, but I, again, don't care. Get that other guy? Yeah, that other kind of got in the way. And I got a little explosion vibration-y thing.
Careful, Chief. Another dropship on your location.
I have a feeling the
This
legendary
whole place looks like it's dying. Like it's clinging to life somehow. How is that possible?
Each ring is different. I see an entry point in the wall ahead.
Get in there. Find this weapon. Then we can go. Right?
each ring is different. It's a fun point. It's so disappointing that the Ravager is so crappy, because it doesn't look like it. I started this level. Let's go as plasmas. I always like plasmas. Didn't miss anything cool.
You're exposed down there, Chief. Go find that weapon before the banished come after you.
Guy's Spanish accent is a little heavy-handed for my tastes. I'm not saying that I don't like Spanish-speaking people. Porque si no me conoces, debes de saber que yo también hablo español. No voy a decir que hablo como un nativo, pero sí hablo español. Y conozco cómo suena una persona que habla español en inglés y en español. But all that being said, it just feels a little stereotypy.
Be
I feel
careful.
like if there was some
They're still coming.
black guy that had like
You
the
really pissed them
stereotypical
off
hood
back there.
accent. It feels a little bit stereotypical, a little unfair to have some guy talk so like this all the time. They just have the guy be a little bit more subtle. I don't know. I'm gonna bet right now that some of the skulls are only reachable with the grapple hook. That like you can see them fall off, but the only way that you can get to them is if you grapple hook them to you. How much you want to bet? I was just now thinking that as I was. That looks like one of the old terminals they used to have in Halo 3. But it's not. Okay, on with the show. Puttering around. Still nothing in the chat, so hey everybody that's not in the chat.
Look at this
White
place.
bridges.
It's beautiful. And broken. Very, very broken. I need to move. There are banished ships. Everywhere.
I've seen worse.
Taking cover.
Like you should have done. See what I mean about jackals? They're not tough. They are challenging. It's in kind of an annoying way, but in an annoying way that maybe I wouldn't get rid of. I'm a little curious to... I half wonder if each of these plasma coils that come in different colors have different effects. I think it does, because I feel like the blue ones get explodey and fiery. And I know that the yellow ones, or I guess I don't know, it doesn't seem like the yellow ones have like the after fiery effect. So I'm curious if this purple one will have a different effect than the blue ones and the yellow ones. I don't know. Either way, if those are pretty different. Boy, okay. Well, that felt good. Let's try again with this one. What's up, bro? That felt really explodey. That felt like a one-shot burst for a jackal kill, which is odd. Usually they do the little shield flip when you pop them in the head. That one felt like it was just a one shot. Don't know how that worked, but I'll take it. there. It says there's somebody else over there, but I ain't seen nobody. There he is. VR is still a classic. Yes, I'm puttering around quite a bit because I'm kind of wanting to enjoy the level design and other stuff. So I do feel like that's part of experiencing Halo, a new game that you haven't really played before. I've always been more of a campaign guy than a multiplayer guy. That isn't to say I don't enjoy the multiplayer, I do. But I've just discovered as I've gotten older that my reflexes can't compete with the 10 and 12-year-old kids that have nothing but time to practice Halo. So I'm not as good as I once was. I was fairly competitive in the Halo 2 and Halo 3 eras. Back when they tracked your level, your multiplayer level just based on your wins. I had at one point a level 49 Xbox Live account, which I think the top level was 50, so I used to be pretty dang good at multiplayer, but I'm garbage now. I'm lucky if my KD spread online is even these days, which if you're watching this stream probably doesn't surprise you at all. Demonstrated. Takes more needles to kill a guy than I would have thought. Yep. But the campaign has always been my bread and butter. It's been the thing that has always brought me back. I've probably replayed the original Halo campaign, gosh, tons of times. I'm not even going to try to guess. But a lot of times. The original Halo story is one of my favorite all-time stories of all the video games I've played. It just has so many good twists and just things about it that are just fun. You know? Which just goes to show that if you make a really interesting game with interesting mechanics and a good story, just how far it can come. I mean, look at how far the Halo franchise has come since then. Really, really fun. Boy, I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. That's where I do want to go. But the 2 weapons, melee, grenade, trifecta, plus vehicles, that's something that's still relatively unique and I feel like is difficult to do well, and Halo has always done it really, really well. Okay, ready to move on. Let's pick what he said. Whispering to me. This hallway, as weird and unique of a comment as this may be, kind of demonstrates to me just how far Halo has come. I wish that I could pull up a hallway, because this is very reminiscent of Halo CE. Like it instantly makes me think of the halls that you go through when you're going through the library and a bunch of the other levels on the original Halo. But the graphics obviously demonstrate just how different and how far the franchise has come, because it's all this very shiny metal with all these really awesome lighting effects and stuff. Yeah, another weird comment from an old fart that's been playing Halo for a long time. This is one of those instances where I actually feel like large, gigantic, spacious areas make sense, since it's supposed to be a very alien environment, as opposed to Sentinels, as opposed to how big and spacious and open the spaceships are, which I feel like any spacefaring species would probably have to be very careful with their resources and how they actually built their ships. But again, I think I mentioned this earlier in the stream, it's probably just due to gameplay design, that kind of stuff. Just makes the game a lot more fun to have these open spaces instead of it all being cramped like it probably would be in real life. Compromises you have to make when making a game. Some line between realism and playability. Oop, wrong button. I was trying to grapple there and see if that door would open instead of... Hoping that door would open and show some secret thing, but apparently it didn't. Okay, we're going right. Baddies, lots of baddies. Anything over here is interesting. Let's go in a circle. Yeah, kind of did. Oh, I see. It's because I could have grappled over here somehow. I'm willing to bet. Yep.
It won't be me. It won't be me. You know that. You know that. Right.
More whispers from Cortana. Is this that same hallway that I was just commenting about how different Halo has come and how far it has come? Or is this a whole different area? Yes, it is. Okay. More pottering and wasting time. Sorry. Oh boy. Oh, I didn't die. I'm just way out of the loop. Okay, now I'm good. I'm not good at Halo. Watch your face. Okay, let's move on. I do like that I can pick up ammo with the plasma weapons now. That's nice. For some of them at least. I don't know if all of them are, but this particular one I can, so that's really nice. Instead of having to ditch the gun entirely. I do miss the old school carbine though, the one that shot the green bullets. I think that this particular gun, I don't remember what it's called, is underrated and underappreciated. But it is definitely not up to snuff with the old carbine. Get reckless again. That's what it's called. Not as good as the old carbine, but still an underrated gun. A lot of people in the multiplayer really hate it. Somebody made a really great video on YouTube about how it's just being used incorrectly. It's not meant to be used really up close, so if you use it up close, it's going to fail you. I think that was 343's attempt to try and bridge the gap between having these be-all, end-all guns like the battle rifle.
Chief, what's going on? You gotta get moving before they find you.
Thank you, game, for reminding me to play the game. But anyway, the battle rifle is one of those guns that like kind of fills all niches. Like it lets you be relatively effective from short, medium, and long range, which makes it kind of the be-all, end-all gun that everybody always carries. So to try and kind of force players to mix things up, they create a gun like this one that is really not effective up close and is okay at medium to longer ranges, which forces you to kind of be more selective as far as your weapon combos. At least that's how it was explained in the YouTube video. I'm sorry, I can't think of who did it, but I'm sure that if you look up on YouTube just Plasma Carbine Halo Infinite, then you'll find it. Really good evaluation that I think I tend to agree with. Underrated gun. Not great, but still underrated. What is this?
What are those things? This is Forerunner, right? I've heard the stories, but man, this is crazier than I imagined.
I'm actually kind of glad I'm recording all of this because I can kind of see my own reactions to stuff like this, because I agree, this is interesting.
Dumb question. How do you know this isn't a trap?
I don't.
Great. I hope this weapon of yours is worth the risk. I'm reading multiple enemy ships heading this way. Too many. We're running out of...
There goes the signal. There's a planet nearby, or a couple planets nearby, 3 planets nearby. That was a nice transition.
It's been 6 months. Where have you
Regular game
been?
to
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good. My programming failed. I'm not supposed to be here. You need to delete me.
No.
No. I was created for one purpose, and that purpose is no longer needed. My mission is over.
We have a new one. The Banished are planning to fire this ring. We need to make sure they don't.
First of all, what's a banished? Second, you may have noticed that a significant piece of this installation has been damaged, making that impossible. And third, to fire this ring, they would need an activation index. Cortana had the index. I had parts of it as well.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions change. They always do.
Are you sure?
Chief's a little obsessed with Cortana, and I'm worried that this is a mistake. This is him replacing Cortana with the weapon. It is kind of giving us a little bit of explanation as to what was going on at the beginning of the game. Apparently, we were brought here to stop Cortana with the weapon, and that has gone sideways somehow. So I'm sure that the story will explain more of that as we go on. Together again.
Did you do that?
No, removing me triggered a response from the ring. I need you to understand. There's not much time.
If you knew how you were going to die,
If you knew how you were going to die,
how would you live your life differently?
how would you live your life differently?
That voice. It's Cortana's.
No, it's not her. Just dust and echoes.
What did you say?
What? It's just pieces of data cycling until they run out of power. It's all around us.
That's not true.
Today, I was called an emotionless automaton. They saw the faces. 75 healthy subjects, handpicked by me, perfect for the program. They will not all survive. I understand that and have made peace with it. Mostly. There is one subject that I find myself hoping does live through this. He is perfectly suited for what is coming.
This is all a reference to the Spartan program, Halsey kidnapping the kids, etc. I have a feeling that the weapon is misinterpreting what's going on, that Cortana's still very much alive and doing other stuff. Maybe the weapon actually is Cortana somehow. Not sure. This is interesting. The
He has
kids
been
are
assigned a number. 117.
There's something up ahead. I can feel it calling out to me.
It's a Jackal sniper. Now he's got a shield thing on his arm. That's good. Jackal snipers are rough.
Keep your beak mouth closed and quiet. Oh no!
Crap.
I'm on a grenade!
The disruptor is supposed to be a damage over time weapon, so if you shoot them with enough, it doesn't matter where, like torso, head, arm, body, whatever, then it will kill the enemy over with DOT damage, damage over time damage. As redundant as that is, sorry. I'm not saying it right somehow.
These are the banished.
Affirmative.
They smell even worse than I imagined.
You can smell them.
Well, an array of sensors in your armor can, and I analyze the input. You smell fine, by the way.
Imagine that to be true. It's not like the chief showers regularly or anything. In fact, he's always in his armor. So unless the armor has a built-in cleaning mechanism that I don't know about, he probably reeks. Okay, there's a fungi on the tree, bitch. Not sure what's going on right now.
Stop! Damage coming! Paid to kill! Dead friend! Dead block! Shield gone! Save life!
Interesting and fun, having weirdly distorted jackals. I do, again, want to reiterate how much I like the jackal voices. They've done a good job with those. Something that I've always felt like has been underappreciated / underdone. Though the rest of the jackals don't do that as well. It would be kind of a bummer. Yep. Looks like he had a stalker rifle. Okay, cool. Oh, he's dead already. When did I kill him? Gosh, how did he get up there? Okay. Weird. Not sure what the difference is between the stalker rifle and the plasma carbine. I know I've used the stalker rifle in multiplayer at some point, but I don't remember how it works. So we'll check that right now. Oh, looks like the sentinels are pissed off.
Look, over there. That's the source.
The bridge is out.
Yes, it is. Maybe there's a way to power it back up nearby.
Oh, I'm gonna put a power seed. So they're stitching in multiplayer stuff into the single player stuff. This is one of the game modes.
Are you with another AI? Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them. You know that. Right.
It's really sad. The relationship between Cortana and Master Chief has been something that hasn't been I was about to say it hasn't been explored or taken advantage of enough in the story, but I guess that's not really true since that's all that Halo 4 and 5 were about. But I don't know, I still feel like there's something missing about it, so maybe they're going to address that with this. So we'll find out. Excuse me.
Is it safe?
I think so. Yes. It's safe.
What is it?
This is part of me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me. It was the last part I remember being deleted. Let me just...
Insert nothing ever works smooth.
You are
meme
here
from-
because you were chosen. Our enemies are getting smarter and more numerous every day. What I am about to show you will help turn the tide of war. I have been working to harness the strategic power of a shipborne AI onto the battlefield. Are you ready?
Yes, Dr. Halsey.
Unlike previous AI models, she will reside between your mind and the suit, directly communicating with your neural interface. Think of her as a new set of eyes to aid your reactions and upgrade your reconnaissance. She's not the driver, but a way to level the playing field.
What do I call her?
Ask her. She named herself.
Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Nice touch giving her the same color
Together
as the
you
original
become our
Halo
newfound
CE
hope.
Cortana.
Together, you become our key to humanity's survival. She will do anything necessary to make sure that your mission is accomplished, even if that means sacrificing herself, or you, to accomplish it.
What happened? I touched it and
Was that real?
it's just data. It's just here. Clusters of recursive code. But this, on the other hand, this is the framework I used to trap Cortana. It contains a copy of the activation index, at least fragments of it. What
Which
should
we
we do
will use
with it?
later.
Do we need it?
Well, based on what you've told me so far, the bigger question is, do the Banished need it?
We're gonna hold on to it.
Do it.
Oh, maybe not.
That was... something? Let's go.
Not 100% sure I follow what just happened. Seems like bits of Cortana were still housed in the ring somehow.
Did I miss something? There's a file that's been unlocked, but I don't have access.
We need a route out of here.
Okay, let's see. There's a breach close by. It should lead us to the surface.
So it seems like Cortana was left on the ring, or parts of it. Like the weapon captured her somehow, tried to delete her, wasn't totally successful. Or so it seems. And we just deleted some of the last parts that include the firing index, and that did something that is not yet understood or explained by the weapon or the story yet. Still not sure. Keep playing.
Give me a second, and I'll get this bridge activated.
She feels like a younger, chipper, more chipper Cortana.
We've got company, Chief. Meet me at the plinth up ahead.
Plinth. I'm sure I know what a plinth is.
Surprise, human!
I like this type of stalker rifle. It feels a lot like the traditional carbine that I was pining for earlier. And I'm out. Examples are still getting all polygony, which is a bummer.
No prey.
Really bummed by that. Part of me is tempted to close out of the game and resume to get rid of that issue. It is only with the jackals. Like, nobody else is doing it, it's just jackals.
Just got here.
Disruptor. Why not? It's supposed to go that way, but there's stuff to look at over here, I bet. I hope. Nope.
Lame.
What about on the other end? Also nope.
Wow, you got here fast. Not the type to waste any time, huh?
No.
I kind of
Noted.
lollygagged, actually.
Let's go.
Oh, hey, guys. Not sure why I had my flashlight on this whole time, sorry. Turret up ahead, just blasting me. Yep, sure enough. Ooh, I got greedy. Grenade on his part.
Let's engage the cover!
He no good. Got my flashlight still on. Sorry, guys. I'm dead. I can't get out there and fight. Wah, wah. Blew up high. Okay, so Wheeler not great at range. Jackals are still being all glitchy. Yeah, the glitchy jackals is a real bummer. I think I am, we've just hit a checkpoint. I think I am going to go ahead and end the game. Go back to the main menu. Hit continue. Let's see if that makes any difference. Hour and 46 minutes. We'll probably call it good at 2 hours and end the stream / recording. Oh, okay. Apparently I didn't save my progress as much as I had hoped / thought. That's okay. As long as it fixes the weird jackal glitch, then I'm still Still ate the long press. Would prefer a tap.
Give me a second, and I'll get this bridge activated. We've got company, Chief. Meet me at the plinth up ahead.
Surprise, human! We kill you good. You can't get away from me.
That was a mistake on your part, buddy.
Open fire! Somebody cover
Yay, no more glitchy jackal. Saving my stalker rifle this time. I win boxing matches with brutes, apparently. And we'll see if the stalker is an energy. Nope, it's not. Or a projectile. It is an energy weapon, apparently. So hopefully, maybe I can find a weapon station or an ammo station that does energy replenishment. Because I like this gun a lot. It's good. Nothing that way, nothing the other way. We already tested that.
Wow, you got here fast. Not the type to waste any time, huh?
No.
No.
Noted. Let's go.
Frag again. Factor in my grenade choices and factor in my gameplay very much. I'm messing it up. I feel like that went more smoothly this time. Ooh, sound audio alarm. Hold to acquire and play back. Yes, I know. Which I think I already did.
Tremonius has found the object. Even in my darkest moments, when I feel the most lost, Atriox's wisdom continues to impress me. I regret that I ever doubted him. His talk of forerunners, of their lies, of secrets hidden in this forsaken ring. Atriox, hear me. Your will is absolute. The banished. Your soul. Eternal.
His soul eternal. That makes me think that maybe Atriox found out something about Forerunner technology that would allow him to digitize himself, a la what's his name? Starts with a D. The guy from Halo 4.
Anybody else heard that? I just was fooled!
Cool armor on this guy. Crap, what's that guy's name from Halo 4, the main bad guy? I was about to say Dilettante, but I know that's not right. Crap, what is his name? Didact. So the Didact was digitizing all the humans and turning them into Prometheans, which some would maybe argue is a type of eternal life or immortality. And then Forerunners were working on making themselves immortal before the Flood came. So maybe Atriox has stumbled upon some type of Forerunner situation that he was going for to give himself immortality. Seems to be what it's alluding to, but again, don't know. Guess time alone will tell as we advance through the story. Ooh, big guy up there. Ooh boy,
Oh, no.
not good.
What's wrong?
This gravity lift should be powered up. We need to find a way to bring it back online.
Okay. Come back, my dude. Got a stalker bullet waiting for you. There we go. Not sure what you're packing, but if it's one of these, then I'm stoked to get some more ammo for it. Grenades. I feel a boss fight coming on for some reason. Okay, I've got spiker grenades equipped. Pistol, stalker rifle. Ooh, I've got a skewer over here. Is that what you were packing?
If you want to get up to the surface, we need to restore power to this gravity lift.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Oh, I gotta put a power cell thing-ma-deal in there. I'm not clear where to get one of those. Ah, up there. Yep, up there. That almost worked. What's up, bro?
We are not going anywhere until this gravity lift is powered up.
I know. Stop nagging me. What were you packing, bro? Whatever it is, you didn't drop it. Well, I picked up the ammo for it already, so I guess it was either a stalker rifle or a spin skewer.
This object, it's part of the ring's life force. It's called a power seed.
My wife's here. Hi, wife.
You didn't answer the text about the food, so I told them not to buy anything.
Oh, my wife was gonna get me food and I forgot to respond to the text, so now I don't get any.
I will not
I'll make something. It's okay. Thank you for thinking of me. I love you, sweetie.
All space. All time.
Stars swelling, collapsing, failing, serving their longer shore.
The subtitles there should have had a comma, not a period. They're longer, comma, shorter use, not a period. Some proofreader needs to get talking to.
The yearning amplified at last.
The yearning amplified fed. Boy. Dead Covenant.
Chief, stop. How is that a Spartan? We need to find out what happened.
Ooh, a lot of blood. Wish I could see blood in the regular parts of the game. Wah, wah. This is one of those things that I just wish that game designers could flesh out and do well. I know it's probably a limitation of the technology, but you come across scenes like this, where there's obviously like a very dynamic after-the-fact battlefield. And I wish that when I left an area where I just had a fight, that I could have the battlefield strewn with bodies like this and have it look dynamic instead of it just being no blood. I don't know. Hope what I'm saying makes sense. Like, this looks like a fought-in battlefield, whereas the battlefields that I leave or the points of contact where I'm at don't look like this when I'm done. It would be cool if somehow all the damage that I did would end up looking like this. That would be cool. One of the Spartans with some recon armor and what looks like an audio log of some kind, I'm guessing. Some grenades and an assault rifle and a bunch of Dead Covenant. Let's figure out what the hell happened and what's going on.
She was carrying an enhanced shield module. Let's see what I can find out about her. Accessing.
Another one of those
This
tender
is
touches we
Spartan
talked
Bonita
about.
Stone, recon specialist. Her vitals have been offline for nearly a month.
Oh, she must
Cause of
think
death was an energy blade, but different, stronger.
the Blade
A
Master.
single strike. She never saw it coming.
A sustained fire your energy shield can absorb before breaking. Upgrade by installing Spartan cores. I don't know how to install Spartan cores. It tells me to do that, but then it doesn't tell me how. How do I install Spartan cores? Here's the TAC map that they also have not explained at all. I'm hearing people coming, so I'll just kill them. That's what you get for interrupting. So they haven't explained the TAC map at all. I think that's the one that we blew up. Yep, completed. This is where we're at right now. Maybe it'll explain the TAC map as we get further into the game. I'm guessing so. Upgrades, here we go. So I've got the grapple shot. There's a shield core. I've got 0 Spartan cores apparently. What other upgrades do we get? Voltaic grapple shot stuns grappled enemies for several seconds. Reduces grapple shot cooldown by 40%. Delivers a powerful shockwave blast when holding melee while grappling. Increases damage and radius of the shockwave blast. Enemies within it will be stunned. Okay. Shield core capacity by additional 15%, another 15%, another 15%, another. Okay, so we just make shield stronger and stronger apparently. And it looks like there's other stuff that we have yet to figure out / discover. Apparently this is also where we can fast travel and check our progress for certain areas of the map and look at our missions. Okay. Let's look around more at this stuff. FOB, I'm not clear what that is. It's just stuff that I've unlocked / encountered. Not really clear what this is for. I'm guessing these are like side quests for particular baddies I'm supposed to track down and kill. And these are the audio logs I've gotten. Forerunner archives and skulls. Okay, yeah, so this is basically how I track some of my other fillers progress type stuff. We are at the 2-hour mark, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up this mission because I feel like I'm getting close to the end. And then when I'm done with this mission, then we'll call it good and end the recording / stream. I still really like this stalker rifle. I think it's probably my favorite gun so far.
We're here. That elevator should take us to the surface.
Curious to find out. Multiple kills with a single skewer. Boy, yeah, there's another stalker rifle. Yep, that's exactly what that guy's back in. That makes me happy because I'm going to pick up some more ammo for it. I want to try and get a multi-kill with one skewer shot. I bet that's a thing. Good. Jackal snipers are back for sure. So I just got dome pieced. Okay, back in. I'm still really bummed that you can't get a multi-kill with a single skewer shot. It's really lame. Penetrate a jackal shield and kill him in a single shot. Also, apparently skewer's a lot better in multiplayer than it is. It's good fun. Yeah, that's really freaking lame. Expectations for how the skewer should work, but I feel like it should be better than that. bro. I wonder about there's something cool in this area. I feel like every time I'm in a large open area, there's always some secret, or like this is probably where the skull is. It's probably easy to overlook something. So whenever I'm in areas like this, I'm always trying really hard to keep my eyes peeled for wherever the secret cool stuff is. Maybe there isn't. Dots. I think that's probably because they think that I'm lollygagging and taking too long to clear this area. Thanks for the help, Halo. Promise I don't suck. Just enjoying the game. By their standards, I do suck.
We need to call down the elevator. Look for a control terminal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the energy canisters do different stuff. Doo-doo. I said doo-doo. Am I getting ahead of myself? Seems like it. Maybe, maybe not. Let's go back over there.
What are these things?
Genetic repositories. Forerunner storage vessels. Silexes.
How do you know this?
I was stuck in that room for 6 months, surrounded by them. Let's just say they talk a lot.
We've got a whole bunch of elites. Got some Ungoi, the grunts, humans. Not seeing any brutes. Is this where I get my energy cubes to be able to enable the lift? Yes, so we can see. Audio log, let's hear it.
This is Combat Medic, Lucas Browning. If you find this, you need to understand. They forced me to help them with it. Whatever it is. They brought it up from whatever's below. When it opened, God, it was something different. I've never seen anything like it. You need to believe me. It's not my fault.
I don't blame you, Browning. Don't hold it against you, bro. Wonder if you're a descendant of the Browning gun manufacturer guy. His first name I should know, but don't. Because I too am related to him distantly. Hard light coil. Is that different than what I've got? Oh yes, I've got the power seed. That's what I've got. Still want to do a little poking around before we proceed. Again, enjoying the hard work of the level designers and developers. Enjoy the environment a little bit. Sounds like I have a robotic cat purring somewhere. You guys hear that too? Come back to you in a second. Sweet. I'm thinking there might be a big tough fight as soon as I activate this thing. It's the vibe I'm getting. There's a kinetic reload. Does this take kinetic? It ought to be. Okay, apparently it's not. I don't understand how a stalker is not a kinetic weapon since it's launching a physical projectile. That seems to be like the very definition of a kinetic weapon, but what do I know? Alright, cool, let's move on.
This elevator's drawing power from the ring. Well, it was. The seed is missing.
Okay, so where do I put it? The thing that I just picked up.
Get that cradle powered up.
It's all red and angry and banished-y. Getting lots of prompts. Apparently this game still thinks I suck at it. Maybe I do. Maybe I do suck. Come on, elevator. Coming down or up? Did I not activate you? Long presses instead of taps. Ugh.
This isn't Forerunner. It identifies as banished.
Ah, angry
Can
red.
you operate it?
In my sleep. Not that I sleep, but... Oh! I don't need to. It's already on its way down.
It's little baddies.
Incoming.
But
A baddie.
what if it's a friend?
It isn't.
Escherum's orders are that you should be brought before him. He did not specify in how many pieces.
He's got a Hydra shot.
The Harbinger will honor me for
What do you? I flush out, you kill.
Okay. Apparently those are Mega Jackals because they kicked my ass. Okay. Alright. Let's see what you're doing here. That's just disrespectful with that. Balls.
this ring belongs to the war chief.
He was not friendly. By the looks of him, he was some sort of leader. They called him Tremonius.
Not anymore.
That's almost funny.
Almost funny. Skewer sucks in single player. I'm not impressed. It's kind of a bummer. I don't know what happened to that other Jackal either, to be honest. I know I pummeled the one. That's for Disruptor Gun. Energy? Can I get some more of this? And we talking. I still like Stalker Rifle. I think it's my favorite gun so far. Guess we'll see how good and or bad Hydra is in single player. Anything else I should be looking for? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh well. Moving on.
I repeat, multiple Banished craft are converging on your location. They're coming for you.
Sierra 117. Understood.
Good. I've been trying to reach you. You vanished. I thought I was on my... Okay, I got your location. On my way. Be ready.
Is that the end of the second mission? I think it is. Outpost Tremonius. Yep, it is. Yay, Spartan Core. I've acquired a Spartan Core. These valuable Mjolnir components are used to upgrade equipment. Access upgrades in the campaign menu to install cores. Okay, cool. Let's do it. I want better shields more than I want a cool grapple shot, because I still underutilize the grapple shot, I think. Okay, we're gonna call it good from here, I think. No cutscenes or other stuff.
Another Silex.
Ah, dang it.
But this one's open. What do you think was in it?
Another problem.
Why so cynical? It might be something good.
Trust me, it won't be.
This is one of our Prothean baddies that we're gonna have to fight later on, I think. Any other stuffs worth picking up in here? Scan. Yeah, okay, we're gonna call it good. Thanks for joining, for everyone that didn't actually join, because I don't think I had any people as part of the stream. But I'll upload the recorded version up to YouTube. And we'll pick this up where I'm leaving off now, hopefully, as long as my progress got saved properly, but I don't know. I just don't know. Don't know. All right. Have fun, be safe. We will catch you guys on the flip as I quit out of this and then end my stream. Smooth as butter, eh? Exit to desktop. Okay, bye.